Yes, Kenyans. The midnight call. This midnight call by the President of the Republic of Kenya, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, to one Raila Amolo Odinga. Yes, the midnight call. That's the call that has calmed the situation. That's the call that has pacified the country. There was a tension, some kind of tension was building. Opponents were sharpening their daggers. Then came the midnight call by the president. And the call has pacified and calmed down the situation. That tells you, folks, of how weighty this matter is and still is. The midnight call. Folks, let me say this. When Orengo made the statement, ladies and gentlemen, when Orengo made that statement in Rarieda constituency, Tanga brigades, these prophets of doom, these people who never wanted the handshake, they took it upon themselves to spread the propaganda all over social media everywhere. And our inept media stations also took that propaganda and spread it like bushfire. Our local media do not even do their research properly. They spread the propaganda, and some media stations were putting in their headlines something like the end of the handshake. That's how naive our local media stations are. So came the midnight call, and the country is once again calm. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, our president, some months ago, and I did say in my previous video I released earlier today, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta made it very clear that when they formed the handshake, or rather, when they greeted one another, the handshake, some people in government were not happy with that. And these are the cabals. The cabals are not only on the side of the government. There were also cabals on the side of the Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga. And I strongly believe among the cabals who were in the side of Raila Amolo Odinga was one James Orengo. So Orengo, being a cabal on this side and meeting with some cabals on the other side, these people, they don't want to see the handshake. In fact, in their heart, they are praying for the handshake to break, or rather to end, for them to achieve their own political, selfish goals. So let me say this. This handshake thing, ladies and gentlemen, it took sweat and blood for these two great sons to come to a table and talk together. It was not easy. It took sweat and blood, ladies and gentlemen. And to know it took sweat and blood, just recently, the Macky Sall Foundation awarded Mama Ngina Kenyatta for the role she played in bringing these two great sons together. It was not easy. Macky Sall Foundation awarded Mama Ngina for the role she played in bringing these two men together. It was not easy. It's only Mama Ngina Kenyatta, Margaret Kenyatta, and Ida Odinga who know and understand what this handshake is all about. The likes of Orengo and the Kibichus and these cabals, they don't know what this handshake is all about. These are just people who are just yapping. They are just yelling. They don't know exactly what this handshake is all about. And that's why they are talking without first thinking. The only people who understand what this handshake is are these three great women: Mama Ngina Kenyatta, Margaret Kenyatta, and Ida Odinga. In fact, Uhuru and Raila were just brought on board after everything had been done. And then they were explained to the need for the handshake. Then they sat together, and as men, they went through the history of the country and saw it was high time for a handshake. It took sweat and blood. And it pains me that some cabals in the name of Orengo and Kibicho wants now to destroy this handshake through useless utterances. They want to destroy this handshake through useless utterances. In fact, let me say this. Immediately, James Orengo made the statement, some people were busy organizing a rally at Kamkunji grounds in Kibera. The hustler, these people calling themselves hustlers, Denis Itumbi, the Moses Kurias, Millicent Omanga, through their social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, they were already mobilizing people to attend the rally at Kamkunji grounds in Kibera constituency. The Didinyoros and the rest. They were already mobilizing people through their social handles. They were mobilizing people to go and attend that rally in Kamkunji, at Kamkunji grounds. Little did they know, ladies and gentlemen, that as they were busy mobilizing people to go and attend the rally, Uhuru and Raila were on phone. They were mobilizing people to go attend a rally, but Uhuru and Raila were on phone talking. And this is why I say, and I repeat, that these people, they know nothing about the handshake. The only people who know something are the two principals together with the three women. So the day you will see the two principals talk, that is the day you will know that maybe the handshake is over. But not these cabals, whether they are being used by the principals or not. They know nothing. The only people who you will hear talk and then you will say, that's the end, these two principals. So Orengo, as a senior counsel, I just don't understand how comes you cannot talk to the likes of the Karanja Kibichus. Talk to these people. Handshake has brought a lot of tranquility and a lot of stability to this country. If the likes of Karanja Kibichus don't understand this, Orengo, talk to them. If you have tried but they are not listening to you, bring men like us who are on the ground, who suffered seriously during those days of Mandamano. We were being sought after like antelopes. Take us to Karanja Kibichus and we shall even kneel down and explain to this man what handshake has brought, has done to us. Handshake has brought us peace, ladies and gentlemen. We are living testimony of what handshake has done. It has brought peace. We can now sleep without any stress. We were being sought after like antelopes, folks. So if you see us talking here and defending handshake, we know what handshake has done. Orengo, if you have failed to convince the Karanja Kibichus, please take us and we shall talk to Karanja Kibichus as the hustlers on the ground. People who have benefited from this handshake, we shall talk to these cabals you are referring to. If you have failed to talk to them. So there was a phone call and the country is now calm. And let me now talk to my president, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Mr. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, I know it was not easy for you and the former Prime Minister to come to table and talk as men. We put a lot of faith on you two great Kenyans. Please make sure you work together and make sure you stick together. If it's a must, you must separate. If it's a must, you must separate. Then just lock yourself inside a room and don't open that room. Just lock yourself inside that room and don't open that room. Throw the keys away. You must be together. The country needs the two of you together. We cannot afford another kind of fraction in this country. The country is solidly united as I talk, save for a few noisemakers. Please, the president, we request you and the former Prime Minister to work together. Folks, let me leave it there. If you've bumped on this video for the very first time, give it a like. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Thank you.